What is up, guys? Pie Muffin here, and we are back with some more Trails Through Daybreak. Last time we finished up our little jobs. Well, for the most part, we still have one more thing to do. We finished up most of our jobs for day one. No sign of Aida or the Eisenschild group that she has yet, but we're going to be checking out the area up there tomorrow, since we went down here this way today and there was no sign of them. But we have to find a missing cat first, so let's look around for the kid we are looking for. Well, we're looking for a kid to find a cat. Oh, I sensed something nearby. As Nero, he does appear on edge. We shouldn't risk getting close. We'd likely just spook him away. It'd be nice if we had a treat or something. Come on, here, kitty kitty. We're not gonna hurt you. Let's take you back to your owner, okay? Annie and Kent are worried sick about you. Shoot, he ran off. He seemed fine, just scared out of his mind. He's too wary of people right now, but maybe if we keep after him, he'll get accustomed to us? You're not gonna catch him that way. Oh, you're a Lashkar. We heard you were looking for Nero, too. Yeah, Annie filled me in. She said you guys were helping. That said, I know that cat a whole lot better than you do. Don't get mad if I bring him home instead, got it? Well, if anything, it would make me quite happy. Let's collaborate instead of compete, okay? Yeah, it ain't a competition. You got a plan for catching him? Haha, you bet I do. I've dealt with him a bunch of times, so I know all his tricks. Just gotta catch him soon so Annie can calm down. Right, good luck, you guys. Good luck, guys, you got this. Nailed it. That sounded like a real bracer, I know it. And he's gone. He's a bundle of energy, isn't he? And he seems to think aloud, too. I guess he envies bracers. Certainly has the dedication to match one. I wish him the best. Well, if he's actually got a plan, it'd be best to just leave him to his own devices. For now, let's just tail him and see how he does. Oh, hey! It's our friend Hunter Rutz. Buckwheat cookies. I must say, the air here is quite lovely, not all like the city. There's a certain pungency that gives the town an honest, homely atmosphere. Not sure what he means by that. Perhaps he means the fertilizer? It does smell natural. I shouldn't have asked. This town feels like just like the ruins in a sense. They both invoke the simple joys of nature. Uh-huh. Alright. Yeah, we don't really need anything at the Orbital Factory right now. There's a little scamp. Oh, you guys had the same idea? Guess you're the talk of the town for a reason. I was expecting you to walk the walk, too. Ah, look over there. Nero's on top of that roof. Yeah, he likes to climb stuff when he's scared. Don't know what he's so scared of, but you must have startled him when you came up. I figured he probably went up and climbed up a house again. That led me right to him. How's that for detective work? Well, credit where credit is due. You had a pretty good guess there. We wouldn't have known. Alright, I'll climb on the roof then. What? Hey, no fair. I found him first. Don't go hogging the glory. I can climb it too. Sorry, I didn't mean to. Really raring to go, huh? Alright, show us what you got. We'll be down here. Don't break a leg, okay? Sure, I'll get it done like a real bracer. Just you watch. Receiving permission. Whoa. Lashkar, you okay? Don't push yourself. I'm fine. Leave it to me. Come on, Nero. Time to come home, okay? See, I've got your favorite toy here, and here's some catnip, too. Don't know what made you so scared, but you're safe now. Come here. Or not. Heck. Oh no, he was so close. If he'd come down, we'd have a shot at him. I almost had him. I thought this time it worked for sure. I just can't get Nero to calm down. Am I still not cut out for this stuff? This ain't the first time you found him today? Yeah, I found him lots of times so far, but he just keeps running away. Normally he'd go right for his toy. That used to work every time. But he's just super aggressive today, and I don't know why. He has to be getting tired by now. We need to get him to come home before he puts himself in danger. Lashkar. We can't give up yet. Let's work together this time, okay? If we can all surround him, he won't have anywhere to run. I get it. What's that called? Divide and conquer? Guess I just gotta suck it up and let you guys help. Okay, let's find him together. He's just spooked out of his high ground, so he knows that won't work anymore. Let's try searching lower to the ground next. Right. Makes sense. Let's split up and we can meet up wherever we find him. Yeah, this time we'll catch him. Split up, he says, but the three of us are still... over there, beneath the bench. Yep, suspect numero uno. I'll go get him then. I see, Nero has nowhere to run like this. Well, he could run through the fence forward. What now, do we just move in slowly? Good question. I think it might be better if at least one of us hangs back to catch him. Lashkar, can you back us up? Heh, you bet I can, just watch. Okay, we ready? Yup. Come here, Nero, it's past your bedtime. Let's get you back home where it's safe. Nope. Come here, right? Hey, no, Nero. Oh no, not out of the village. That's the last thing we want. Shoot, he's gone. No, what do we do now? He's going for the hills over there. What if he runs into monsters? No, 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 this is all my fault. Calm down, bud. Don't throw in the towel yet. As long as we can still find him, we can bring him back. And from the looks of it, he's clever enough to keep himself out of trouble anyway. You're right. Just keep calm. We'll bring him back, we promise. Lashkar, I think it might be best if you take a break to cool down yourself. We'll handle the case from here, okay? Alright, be careful, okay? Always. See you soon. Right, let's make for the hills. We can't let the bugger get too far. Well, guess we're going out here anyway. Alright, well, so these are the stone pillars Melchior was talking about, so I guess that's where he went up there today. We are not here for that, though. We're here for the cat. Oh, look on top of the cliff. How do you get all the way up there? That's the question of the century. It'd be bad news if you fell down from there. Why don't you two stay up here? I've got this one. I'll be back in a flash with a cat in tow. No complaints here. We'll leave it to you. If anything, it'll be good to have two of us down here should the worst come to pass. Climbing this will be a breeze. Good job, Fairy. There. Hope I didn't startle you, little buddy. You're not injured, are you? Meow. Meow. Phew, glad to hear you. Calmed down a bunch, too, haven't you? Good kitty. Is everything alright up there, Fairy? Yep, the kitty's safe now. This cute little thing's actually behaving himself this time. Glad to hear it. Because that cute little thing sure gave us a lot of grief. We should head back to the village then. Lashkar and Annie must be worried sick. Thank you so much, everyone. Look at that cute kitty. I love Nero so much, I'm so glad he's safe. Don't make us worry like that again, you twerp. He does look like he's calmed down now. Not sure what got him so anxious in the first place. You two should keep an eye on him in case it happens again. It's good we were around to help this time. If he gets on edge like that again, find an adult to help out, yeah? Okay. Oh, right, I got this for you as thanks. It's not much, but here you go. Black cat ears and black cat tail. Wow, thanks. And this is for you, Lashkar. I made this little charm a while back myself, and, I meant to give it to you, but I never had the chance until now. Hee hee. A handmade charm for me? Oh, that's cute. Ahem, I can't, I'm sorry. It's my fault Nero got put in danger. I don't deserve a reward for what I did. I just don't. Well, no, you helped find him. I'm really glad you did that for me. And you always help me when I need it, Lashkar. Just please accept it. I'm really happy that you're my friend. Well, alright, thank you. What's the symbol? Is that the Bracer Guild emblem? You always say you want to be a bracer when you grow up. I think you'll be a great bracer, Lashkar. You're really nice, and you always give it your best shot. I'll always be there to cheer you on, so I hope you become a great bracer so you can help me whenever I need it. Yeah, I'll be a good bracer, just you watch. Aw, your face is red as a tomato, hee hee. Good for you, Lashkar. Aw, that's really charming. Best of luck on your journey, Lashkar. Heh. Man, it's like this place came right out of a storybook. Nothing wrong with that, though. What? Hey, don't look at me like that. But, thank you. I really owe you for the help. Thanks a bunch. I won't forget what you did. I thought for sure that was going to be a rank up. We gotta be close, though. Alright, no more green exclamation points, so I guess we are done. So we can head back to the inn. Well, Mari. They're saying the bus will depart tomorrow. I'm not sure what to make of the new schedule. Oh, my controller is low on battery. Well, hopefully it'll at least last the video. Not sure what to make of the new schedule, but I understand safety comes first. I did at least get in touch with the hotel I'm staying at, so that's taken care of. And honestly, of all the places to make an impromptu stop, we could do far worse than this. I've really come to like this town, and what little time I've spent here. Let's see how this guy's doing. Ugh, wasn't expecting to end up a dishwasher. I'm not really good at chores like this. What are you good at? I'm just glad you didn't hand me over to the police. Guess I can't complain. Gotta work until I can pay for the bike. I don't know why you don't just work here, like, for good. Like, just keep working here until you can pay your debts. I mean, unless they're just astronomical. I think we got enough info at this point. I'm sure we could dig up more info, but we can call it here if we want. $6:20 p.m. Damn, it's only that time? I thought it'd be later. So, to recap, Aida's unit stayed at this inn 10 days ago. Then they left the next day, and everyone except Aida hasn't been back since. But then Aida herself has been spotted a couple times now. Last sighting being 2 days ago. What's more, she's only been seen at night. Yeah, that about covers what we know. I guess it's possible she's working separately from the rest of her unit. But why would she do that? I just can't make heads or tails of it. Me neither. We sometimes split up during ops, but it's generally not a good call. Though, even if she did put her unit on standby, why would she send herself out into the field? Why not a scout? No matter how you slice it, a Jaeger commander doing basic reconnaissance is weird as hell. Oh, and speaking of weird crap, what was all that junk that she was buying? You mean her bulk order of wiring? Yeah, that was certainly strange. And the mysteries don't end there. We know they haven't come back for food since they left. Yeah, no one saw Aida grab grub either. Not to mention, something was really off about those wolves. They were acting really funny in both fights, especially the second one. Good to know I wasn't the only one who thought that. So, like, there was a normal group of wolves and there were the ones with the red eyes. They looked like they were in a daze. No, scratch that. They looked downright petrified. I'm thinking they were driven by fear. Might be onto something there. What exactly could they be so fearful of? That's the question, isn't it? They could just be scared of some other tough monsters, but maybe there are more sinister forces at work here. Well, whatever the answer is, I'm more convinced than ever that Aida's unit is somewhere near Krail. There are so many good spots for setting up camp around here. Yeah, like the hills from earlier, or the forest on the other side of the buckwheat fields. There's also a place further upstream. Still doesn't answer the question of how they're getting food, though. Can't picture them strolling up to a farm just stealing crops. Heck no, they would never stoop so low. It'd be much easier for them to just buy food from the village. It's not as though they're wanting for Mira, right? Yeah, the cost of food is chump change compared to weapons and ammo. And they don't gotta break the bank to afford a 10-day stay here either. That's why I'm thinking there's gotta be something more to this. Some answer that's staring us in the face. Something that force a flock of top-rated Jaegers from their nest into hiding for 10 days straight. It's something that make the commander come to the village all night by herself. It feels like we're so close to solving this mystery, but we're still missing the critical pieces to the puzzle. And we can't crack the case without them. Which means we gotta do some more... Oh, dinner must... Get away from the door! What?
いい反応だ、スプリガン。もう一人も見どころありそうじゃねえか。
Savage voice. Who's that? It's been also 7 games since we've seen this guy. You gotta be shitting me. The hell are you doing here?
それねえことを言うなよ。
If you remember his voice, you'll know who this is.
あのピックアップはてめえのだろ。すっかり元通りで何よりじゃねえか。
Yeah, no thanks to you, asshole. Walter the Direwolf.
よう、ジョーちゃんたち。俺はバルターってもんだ。
So we also haven't seen him since Sky the Third. This also marks technically the first Trails game at the beginning of an arc where we see an Ouroboros member. Technically, you could count Sky First Chapter because Leve was masquerading as just like a Jaeger soldier, but in reality, he was working for Ouroboros. But obviously, both Trails from Zero as well as... well, no, because didn't we see Ren in Zero? No, yeah, we saw Ren in Zero, so she was technically in it too. I guess Cold Steel 1 is really the only one that didn't have an Ouroboros member in it. Although technically, she wasn't part of Ouroboros anymore in Trails from Zero, so I guess you could say that technically doesn't count.
そこのアークライド先生には前に依頼した時に世話になってな。
It's a pleasure to meet you then. My name is Agnes and I'm his... Keep away from him, Agnes. Very.
クルーガのひよっこか。面白いのを連れてんじゃねえか。ガタイに筋力は足りねえが、目に天性のバネはありそうだ。そんな豆鉄砲が通じると思い込んでるのはいただけねえがな。
Who is he? Quit scaring the girls, Direwolf. That's my client you're threatening. And for the record, this is our room. You can't just barge in like you own the place. I'm only gonna ask you this one time. What the hell are you doing here? Oh, I'm just here on a little business trip. I arrived in the village just a moment ago. And imagine my surprise when I see a familiar truck at the entrance. I figured I'd swing by and say hello. I still owe you an apology, so I thought I'd smooth things over and ask you to take on another. Let me stop you right there. I am never taking a job from you again. Frankly, I don't give 2 shits about what brought you here. Now get the hell out of our room. Damn, Arkride, why you gotta be like that? I thought you took jobs from anyone, so why are you giving me the cold shoulder? Because you're an asshole. Oh, and you can forget about that apology. I got my replacements over Square. But being Square and going back to Square ain't one and the same thing. You not only burned the bridge, you demolished it, literally. Heh. Pups like you are a rare breed. Think I'll keep hounding you until you change your mind, or until I wear you down, whichever comes first. Oh, and as for what I came here for, I'm looking for a wild mutt who's been let off his leash. A guy with mint green hair. Ring any bells? I'll take that silence as a yes. So he's in the village then? I won't confirm or deny. I'm curious though, why are you after him? Oh, we're just playing a little game of hide and seek, that's all. I'm not in any rush though, so I think I'll chill here for tonight. I'll stay out of your hair, but remember, I'm always happy to lend a helping hand, just throwing it out there. Get out. In reality, you would have thought he would just bust down the door. That's much more Walter style. Fairy, are you alright? Yeah, I'm fine. That was just really intense. Who was that guy, Van? He was terrifying. You're, better off not knowing, and that goes double for you, Agnes. I'm guessing he's another person from the criminal underworld? In a way, yeah. He's got the bite to back up his bark, so steer clear of him. Obviously, Van doesn't want to let them know about Ouroboros, but obviously Van knows about Ouroboros. You can tell by how he talks. I don't envy that self-proclaimed bohemian. He must be in some deep shit if he's the Direwolf's next prey. If that guy knows what's good for him, he'll drop everything and run for the hills. I'd probably turn tail if I was in his shoes. I'm staying far away from that bloodthirsty bloodhound. Ditto. I'm beginning to wonder if that guy really is a bohemian. Alright, it's almost 7, which means dinner should be ready by now. The food ought to help us take our mind off that jackass. He's probably drinking himself under the table as we speak, but we can just ignore him. I'll treat you all to some ice cream galettes with caramel sauce. A dessert a day keeps the bastards at bay. Oh my god, he really said that. Look at all that food, all those sweets. Yep, he is drinking, but that's always been his style, right? 8 p.m. It's funny though, because it was in Edith, in the city, there were times where it was 6 p.m., where it was completely dark, but out here in the country, it doesn't get dark till like 8. The food was wonderful, but I think I would have enjoyed more if I wasn't so uneasy. I just zeroed in on my food and put everything else out of my mind. Which is, probably not something a Kruger warrior should be bragging about. Well, I'm sure the chef would be thrilled that you enjoyed their cooking so much. Nothing wrong with getting the most out of your meals. Eating good food is one of life's finest pleasures. Those galettes were out of this world. Anyway, now that we're all calmed down, we should get back to business. So we know that Aida showed up at night multiple times. This is a prime opportunity to ask people about that. Heck, if we're lucky, we might run into the woman herself. That'd be great. I imagine most people have gone home, but there's sure to be a few who are still out and about. Both the residents and the visitors might have some useful information for us. No side quests, so it's just talking to actual people and just getting some info. Nero? Who wants to play too? Alright, I'll play with you for a bit, but don't make me any worry again, okay? So Giovanna is this kid's mother, I guess? This is quite concerning. Agreed, should we contact the guild? Did something else happen? Ah, good to see you again. As you might have heard, we lent the meeting hall to the stranded passengers for the night. We had to check on them just now. We can't seem to find one of the passengers. From the other passengers' description, it was a man with a very elaborate getup and striking appearance. We looked at the inn and he didn't check into a room there either. He may very well be in danger if he's strayed outside the village. Van, could that be? Fits the bill of the self-proclaimed bohemian that a certain jackass was after. And after he left the village too. And he left the village earlier too, didn't he? Maybe he realized he was being followed, or maybe. We've got our own business to take care of, but we'll keep an eye out for him. Should we just tell the local officer we find him? Yes, that would be much appreciated. I do apologize for having embroiled you in all this. It seems our mint-haired whistling gentleman is, more suspicious than he originally... Well, I mean, he was suspicious from the beginning when we saw him on the bus whispering to himself. But he seemed friendly enough face to face. Ah, welcome back. Hey, boss. These guys wanted to ask you some questions. Have you got a minute? Oh yeah, I remember seeing you around earlier. Sorry for blowing you off. Had to hammer out repairs on the bus. Oh, not a problem. I'm sure the passengers are much more relieved now. Your apprentice was a big help, too. Yup, I handled their every need while you were away. No sweat. Oh, that reminds me. They had one specific question. I remember seeing you talk to that Jaeger lady the other day before you lent her our truck. What was she doing with it? Oh, her, right. She bought a whole ton of gas as it happened. Hell, she bought every last drop I had of the stuff. I just had it lying around as a solvent before she snatched it up. Not something you buy in bulk nowadays, but I'm not poking that hornet's nest. Ain't my business. That's right. We learned about that back in Trails in the Sky SC, that once ordnance kind of became a thing, they stopped using gas. So that's why the tanks that rolled up on Libero from Erebonia were able to move, because they were gas-powered tanks. They weren't the Orban-powered ones. I mean, I guess their Jaegers might have their uses for it. You never know. I don't know why Aida would... I promised myself I would get this changed, and of course, I did not. I'm definitely getting it changed before the full release happens. I don't know why Aida would be using those old kinds of machines. And whatever she's doing with it, why would she pick it up now of all times? Right, you'd think this be a low priority for her right now. So just what could she be using it for? I can think of a couple off the top of my head. But we don't have enough information to make any kind of educated guess. We gotta piece together the big picture first. Yeah, I keep meaning to run to Best Buy or something and get a new, I want to get a different brand, because there's nothing wrong with my HDMI splitter. It's just, for whatever reason, anytime it picks any sort of signal from the other HDMIs, it switches over, even if I have nothing on it. So, for whatever reason, it's just like, oh, gotta switch real quick. Up, time to switch back to the thing that's actually on. So yeah, it's like, it's not broken, but obviously, ever since I've had it, it's done this, and I've just been too lazy to get a new one.
まさかな。
あれは動力バイクでしたか?
Wow, that's one cool looking machine. Is it a vehicle? Yes, it's called an Orbital bike. It's kind of like a bicycle that's powered by Orbital energy. So, the thing Reen was riding around back in his school days. Surprised you knew that much. They first became a thing in the Empire 3 years ago. Yup, there you go. But Verne had been looking into the idea around then, too. A year after, the 4 big manufacturers started flooding the market with them. This bad boy is Red Star's largest bike, and it's fast as hell. Top speeds, 2,300 salvage an hour. I'm gonna go out on a limb, and this thing belongs to the Direwolf. I think you're right on the money. You'd have to be pretty tall to ride it. This model just hit the market, so it probably had a hefty price tag. Definitely heftier than my trucks. Figures that filthy enforcer would be rolling in Mira. It's just not fair. He doesn't deserve a sweet ride after what he did to my ride. I feel like I'm missing something. And where did Walter doesn't have a traditional job? How does he have money for something like this? I'm sure Ouroboros, like, I guess they get paychecks somehow? They get backed by someone. What exactly happened between you two? I'm glad you asked. Let me give you the full rundown. It all started 2.5 years ago. Here we go. Wait, could you just give us the short version, please? Nope, I'm not skipping on any details, so buckle up. Oh, this is Elaine's theme we heard in Reverie. A while back, I got a request from the Direwolf. He runs with a dangerous crowd. I mean, he already dropped that he's an enforcer. I forget what number he is, too. I think he's in, like, the top 10, right? He runs with a dangerous crowd, so I was hesitant to take it on at first. But the job sounded simple enough and there was someone in need of help. Figured it couldn't hurt to back him up. The two of us drove somewhere and beat the shit out of some scumbags. Oh. They have a Soldat. Then, just when I thought it was all over, they brought out the big guns. A giant Erebonian weapon. It was a 7-arch tall humanoid robot that the Empire nobles used in a war several years back. I imagine they got it off the black market. I knew immediately that it was way out of our league. I told the Direwolf we should follow it back, but he had another bright idea. The freaking bastard threw my truck at the robot. The attack did the job, of course. He was able to finish it off barehanded after that. Too bad it came at the expense of my poor baby. He turned her into a pile of scrap metal. I'm sorry for your loss. But we rode here in it just this morning. I'm guessing you had it fixed at some point? What? Hell no, you can't fix a car that's been chucked at a giant robot. He gave me this one in a vain attempt to extend an olive branch. It's the same model as my old one. The cheap asshole bought it used, but it was in decent enough condition, I guess. But I accepted his apology. I poured my heart, soul, and hard-earned mirror into decking my old partner out with custom parts. I had to do it all over again, and it took me 2 years. 2 years. That's why I'm holding on to this grudge until I'm 2 R's under. Was that a car horn? The hell? Who'd honk their horn in the middle of the night? Oh boy. That's a strange looking vehicle. It's an off-roader from Leno's Range. They're good for driving on rough terrain. What that emblem is. The Bracer Guild? Who's coming out of it? Oh, this guy.
遅くなったな。あれ見たところ修理は完了したのか？駐在と運転手に話を聞かないと。
What is his name? Elvis?
へえ、インゲルとのピックアップか。なかなか趣味がいいじゃないか。なんだこの動力バイクは。レッドスターのモンスターマシン。エトワスのモデルもすごかったけど。
He's just like Van in terms of liking cars and stuff.
かっこいいよな。
Someone's a fan, huh?
ああ、人がいたのか。驚かせないでくれよ。ひょっとしてバスの乗客かい？俺は遊撃士協会の。お前は？
Oh no, not you. Oh yeah, I remember you. The guy who was with Zin and Elaine yesterday. I heard you took a train out of town for business. I guess you got that wrapped up early. Were you asked to come here afterwards? Phew, no risk for the weary, huh?
いや、ジンさんたちと違ってこっちの用事はすぐ終わったから。じゃなくて。
Bracer Elvis.
俺はアルビス。共和国ギルドの C 級遊撃士だ。
Oh, so he's pretty low.
うさんくさい汚れ仕事をやっているバン・アークライドだったな。一体どうしてこの村にいる？
Classified. If you want that info, you gotta join the Arkride Solutions crew. You should be glad we were in the area, though, since we saved that bus and everyone on it. What, you did? Wait, no, I remember hearing that. I also heard you demanded compensation for it. What kind of man seeks to profit over those in peril? Wouldn't no Bracer would ever dream of doing such a thing. Not only that, but you have the gall to charge higher rates than us? Have you no shame? Not really? At least try and come up with an explanation for your actions. Excuse me, may I interject for a moment? I initially had reservations about his handling of the bus incident as well. However, I've come to the conclusion that Van's price was perfectly reasonable, given the risk involved. Also, I'd like clarification on one of your points. Why should he be expected to behave like a bracer when he isn't one? Huh? Well, Furthermore, the guild receives financial aid from the Epstein Foundation. Unlike you, Van doesn't have that privilege. Let's go, Agnes! Yeah, tell him. So it only makes sense that he would charge a little more than you. He has to make ends meet too, you know. I truly admire the guild's ideals, and that's precisely why I'm disappointed to see you chastise one of the people you are sworn to protect and serve. Oh. Got him. First Elaine stuck up for this no-good punk, and now the girl's doing the same. Why? Alvis. So Alvis is like a similar bracer to like Lynn and Aeolia, you know, and Scott from Crossbell. Like, he's one of the side kind of bracers. He must have brainwashed them all. That's the only explanation. Okay, I'll admit I was a bit out of line, and you have my thanks for saving the bus. But I suggest you back off from here, Spriggan. The Bracer Guild's on the case now, so your presence is no longer required. We'll have this monster mystery squared away in no time flat, so if you could mosey on over the sidelines, that'd be swell. Huh. That was a great scene for Agnes. Wow, rude much? I've never met a hot-headed bracer before. All the ones I've run into back home are pretty chill. I mean, you've got Agate. Who else is the hot-headed bracer? He's really the only one I can think of off the top of my head. I feel like everyone else is pretty chill, yeah. If Ash had become a bracer, he'd be a hot-headed one. I didn't realize the guild had branches in the Central East. Wouldn't be living up to their ideals if they didn't. He ain't exactly mature, but at least he's gotta be a little strong if he made it to C rank. Yeah, I believe at this point, like, Estelle and Joshua are B rank, even though they should be A rank. Might be able to make use of him later. Van, you do realize you're sounding like a villain, right? Wonder where he ran off to. Probably the police station. We can make our way over there later.
さて、いくつか情報が集まったな。
一度整理したいですね。はい、宿に戻りましょう。
Calm, peaceful, nighttime music. But yeah, so we're gonna end things off here. So next time we're gonna go seemingly finish up for the night. Here's the guy's bike, still needs repairing. We're gonna finish up for the night, and then I guess we will move on to the second day here in Krail Village. So that's gonna be it, guys. Hope you all enjoyed. Don't forget to subscribe more if you're new to the channel. I'll see you all next time. Have a wonderful day, everyone.